Here it is, folks. Project dud. This car now features a Whipple supercharger. I got the drag pack on. We've been driving the car for a couple days since getting it back from Palm Beach Dyno, and we are ready to put it to the test. So let's go over a couple things, and then I'll show you guys this Whipple supercharger. On the front, we've got the lethal 18-inch drag pack with the Hoosier tire. We've got the BMR spring. It is the SP089 meant for boost, so it anticipates the drop. In the back, we've got the lethal LP beadlock kit, and we opted for the titanium bolt upgrade kit just because we're weird like that. 28-inch, 28 by 10 and a half, I think, Hoosier DBR tires. BMR drag spring in the back, SP088, I believe it is. The kit that we have on the car is a SPD 763 from BMR. The IRS kit in the back is a Keltrack Level 1 IRS kit. We got the stock cat back on the car. For now, the pipes is just too loud, and I live in a pretty picky neighborhood, so we got that on there now, but we do have the pipes long tubes. So it's their pipes long tubes with the high flow cat system into the stock cat back, okay? We have their X pipe too. We got the Whipple Stage 2 kit. Right now it is on 93 with octane booster, 375 upper. It made like 790 something. Lethal drag pack, Hoosiers front and rear, Keltrack IRS kit, pipes headers, really simple setup. And I don't know if I showed you guys this Ford Performance splitter, but it really it made that front work, man. This car is becoming one of my favorites for sure. It's a very, very pretty car. So we don't have any weight out or any of that stuff. No tricks. No tricks on our first hit. This car is the car that you guys know. It made 448 as a best on motor. We did not post results on the header test because I've been too busy, unfortunately. So there it is. Is that not the most beautiful OE style looking kit you've ever seen? So I've been driving this for a couple days since getting it back from Palm Beach Dyno. Palm Beach Dyno did the install. We did a BMRK member on the car to try to help compensate, for the weight of this kit. So here's your kit right here. This is a Stage 2 Whipple Supercharger kit. It is a 375 upper pulley. There's no tricks to this car. Nothing crazy yet. Now we're gonna get there. We are now going to go get in our first draggy hits. Goals so listen, the goal is to get into the 6s, okay? I was kind of predicting 6.3 would be like ideal. And this, it's about 12 to 1300 DA, mid 70s. It is not cool out or any of that shit like some of the NA miracle runs I made on this car. Again, it's got 93 with octane booster, just like it left the dyno. On this setup, it made upper 700s. I do think that we are going to fight the clutch protection. I think we're going to fight clutch slip. I don't have a drive shaft. I don't have a clutch. It's all stock except for the Whipple, the BMRK member, the pipes headers, a couple little suspension mods, and that's it. You guys, I've shared every mod along the way, so fingers crossed, and here we go. Let's go put this thing to the test. Oh my God, my heart is racing. Woo, this thing.
30.
It's pretty nasty. I don't even know how that's possible, but I'm gonna try it again real quick, all right? Here we go. So we got a 631, first official hit. Woo! This thing, man, in the upper RPM, wow! All right, so made my first hit, went at 630. It's kind of where I was wanting to be at for a target to get started, especially in this air. I'm gonna make my second hit real quick here, and I'm going against the wind. I'm gonna try to do a no lift shift and see how that treats me. So let's see what we can do. lift shift, guys. It was cutting out. Did you hear it? The shifts were clean. It does not like a no lift shift. I don't know, some of my recent stick shift cars they just don't like a no lift shift. They cut out. So I'm gonna go back to speed shifting it, and I might make one more pass. So look at the difference in that, a 6.3 to a 6.8, just from a cutting out on the shift. I was going against the wind a little bit because it's a different area, but nonetheless, I think that's all because of that cutout on the shift. All right, so third hit, back to a standard shift and back to not going against the wind. So let's see if I can beat that 6.8 just to kind of back up the fact that the no lift shift strategy on these things is whack. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Oh.
60.
Oh no, it's super crazy spin. I'll have to try it again up here. Wow. That's crazy how much this thing spins. It just wants to go, man. It just wants to go. Alright, I'll try to get this. See if it'll let me eat into the tires real quick.
30. 30. 60. Quarter mile.
It's just a bad pass. I mean, this car is not easy to drive.
Half mile.
The next day.
All right, guys, this is it. It's a little cooler out, starting to heat up a lot, but I went ahead and put the 3.5 upper on. I got pulleys ranging from 3.8 all the way down to 3.1 to do some testing with. This car still has the stock clutch and everything, so fingers crossed. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm gonna get it in while I can. So I went ahead and tossed the octane booster and put a booster pump in. So there's a booster pump from Lethal Performance right under that rear seat delete. And what I'm gonna do is I need to go 5s with this car. I want to go 5s. I wanna do it with less than it took me on my 2020 Mustang GT. I'm gonna do everything I can to prove that these cars are legit, right? Without needing custom tuning to a certain point, right? Not that I want to show that they're better than buying an older car, but I want to show people that maybe on the fence about buying an S650 that these cars can be fast. I mean, my first lick, as you guys saw, was a 6.3, which is a fast car, right? It's not like super fast, but for anything in the 6s, draggy is a pretty fast car. So that being said, I got rid of the octane booster. I did last night. I took it and got fuel. I did 3.7 gallons of 93 at a 76 station, and I did 1.3 gallons, so 5 gallons total, of E85. So that comes out to E30. That's what I have in it now. If I can't get this into the 5s, I'm not going to pulley down more, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a little bit of weight out, and then I am going to tinker with some race gas, maybe that has a little bit of oxygen, oxygenated race gas like a VP fuel. And then also, I have a theory that when I'm out on the road, that taking the lid off the airboxes will pick up power at this power level. Also to note, this car has the stock mufflers that Ford dings you with for 5 horsepower on a factory car. My theory on that is that once you get to 800 rear wheel horsepower, okay, double the factory power output, my theory is that power loss jumps significantly as that restriction increases, right? Because the more exhaust gas volume, you're gonna increase that restriction percentage or whatever. So, that could be worth like 15 rear wheel horsepower. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out now. You'll see it on film, whether it's good or bad, and I am going to I'm going to try to get a 599. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if it's really close, I'm pulling over and I'm yanking those airbox lids off, and I'll film it when I do it. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do.
60.
Woo! Holy shit. Okay. All right. We're going to have to figure something out. This motherfucker. Ooh. All right, there's a concrete patch up here that's
60.
me, but I'm just gonna have to try to see if I can get it to work right here.
Quarter mile. 60.
Nope.
60.
No, it's not gonna work. This has proven to be very difficult this morning. All the heat. Sometimes this is just what happens. It's not no miracle sitting cold and go out and make a hit right now. This is legit heat soaking, getting out, testing stuff, you know.
60.
It just spins, man. It just spins.
Quarter mile.
On concrete too. What that does is it makes it. I had to short shift, and on a trans like this, short shifting is just
Half mile.
kills your time, right? So it's just not working, man. These Hoosier DVRs, I don't know why. I don't know if this car's just making too much power, but I'm gonna try it one more time. So I think I'm gonna try something here. It will be going uphill to
30.
start, but I think it's gonna be my best chances to hit it right when I hit this little patch. That way, if I do have traction problems, it'll recover quickly. What I'm working with here is I'm working on like little patches on asphalt, and I've learned that it definitely won't hook on asphalt. So here we go. So right before I get to it, let me heat the tires a little bit. Okay, I just heated them. Come on.
60.
It's spinning the whole way. Dude, you can't make this up. Alright, I'm not having much
Quarter
luck
mile.
here, so what I'm going to do is I'll try one last time right here, and if this doesn't work, then I'll get maybe a 100 to 150 in.
Half mile. 60.
I had to pedal it, it's spinning too much. Okay, so let me try it. Actually, I'll get it in. I'll get a 60 in with it.
60.
Holy moly! Did you guys just see that? Wow! Starting in third, I went a 6.2. Oh, I don't have it on my screen anymore. With a 5.4, 1 to 150. So just so you understand what that means, is typically your 60 to 130. Hold on. Typically your 60 to 130 and your 100 to 150 should be pretty close. The fact that we just showed a 5.4 on the 1 to 150 is insane. That means that this car, if I could hook up, should easily be in the fives. You know what I mean? Probably like a 570, 580 car, 60 to 130. I just can't hook up. I blame these BMR springs, to be honest. I know that sounds cheesy, but I blame the springs because they have everything like with the blower on there, the car's sitting like this, and it just does not want to plant the tire. So suspension's definitely coming soon. But man, guys, that is fast. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, no, it's not a 4-second car, but 5.4, what is this thing gonna do on a smaller pulley like a 325 upper? Wow.
8 hours later.
So the air has cooled off a little bit. We made some pulls earlier today. We did throw in some of this fuel right here. This is VP Racing MS103. So it's basically an unleaded race fuel. We have the lids off. I want to go try for a 599 leaving in third gear. I think a third gear leave on a decent surface is going to be the ticket here. If the race gas is worth a few horsepower and the air filters are worth a few horsepower and the air's a little bit better, then I think maybe this is the chance that I have is now. So let's see what happens. All right, I came down to the infamous bridge that everybody uses for this stuff.
30.
guys, you guys just saw me annihilating the tire. I don't know what the deal is. I was on that video you just saw, I was on the best surface in the world. And I'm not saying that lightly. That's the surface that everybody comes and breaks records and all that stuff on. So, you know, 7-second cars hook on that road. I think the tires are shot. So I tried to get in it. I tried to get in it a few times. It annihilated the tires. And then the last time I tried to get on third gear, I tried to get in a third gear run, and I hit fourth and it started going, and it made all kinds of noise. You can hear it in the video. Something weird happened. So my theory is that maybe it was just too hot. I drove an hour and then made that. I didn't, no cool down. I just want you guys to know, I drove an hour just now to hit that spot and try to just let it swing heavy and get a 560 or a 570, and it didn't work out. So let's look over the car. Let's look over the tire real quick. Yeah, that's feathered really bad. Check it out. My theory is that these tires are just trashed. I don't think they're gonna work. I mean, this is bad, man. This is really bad. Let's focus in on there a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, guys. That has to be it. Like I said, this is a tire that I always am able to, achieve good results on. I run this tire on all of my cars. Oh yeah. Oh man. I mean, those are deep. This is feathered so bad, it's just coming off. It's just rolling off. Yeah, they're in bad shape. Look at that. So that's the deal, man. That's what it is. It's the tire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it sit here for like an hour, and I'm gonna keep the hood up. I'm gonna let the heat come up and come out of it. Yes! Woo! Hell yeah! I was so focused on the other times. Wow! 5s starting in third gear.